So I realize after this talk that I haven't planned yet, and my retirement is a couple years away. Is it too late? But there's no other context around this question, Sue. So I mean, I guess we got to assume that generally they've built up a company that's got some equity in it, and they're not going to be eating cat food or something like that. But if they built a decent construction company, it's generating a decent amount of cash flow, and the financial numbers would generally work out. What do I do if I'm within 2 years?
Well, first off, it's never too late. It is never too late. I love the saying that says, hey, when's the best time to plant a tree? Well, the best time to plant a tree was 25 years ago. The second best time is today. There's nothing you can do about what has historically happened. What you can do is deal with today and move forward. So you've probably got a plan. You probably haven't maybe thought that much about it. You may not have talked to others about it. But now would be the time to start to gather the people around you that can walk you through what that plan means, what your thoughts are, and to start putting that together. If retirement is a couple of years away, a couple of years can mean anything from 1 to 7, right? Depending on what that means when you get that plan to paper and you start looking at that plan as your personal retirement masterpiece. There's nothing that can take away from all of the work that you've done and putting that same energy into exactly where you need to go from here. But to me, it's just getting the right people, surrounding yourself with the right people and getting that timeline drawn and start dumping in those big rocks into that timeline and starting to put pen to paper, numbers to dates, and your retirement thoughts, right? Your things that you want to do, the passions that you have into action, and then putting a roadmap to get there. It's never too late to do that.
There's two things that I take away. I love the tree analogy. That there's only two choices. The best time was 25 years ago, and the next best time is right now. So I think that probably applies to many things. When's the best time to start working out, start eating better, start enjoying your life more, so on and so forth. That was awesome. And I think the other element that you talked about was that I see playing out a lot is somebody says, I have no plan, I have nothing, and that's almost like that panic that occurs, when somebody's approaching something new. But when you actually really sit down and you start dissecting it and asking a lot of questions, and this isn't like a 1-hour meeting. These are things that get unpacked over multiple different types of meetings, and they get unpacked in layers. It actually turns out that, almost at all times, and when I say almost at all, in every time that I've gone through this with a client, there's actually a lot more in place than what they even knew. They just didn't know because it's kind of locked away so deeply in their consciousness, their subconscious, that they couldn't really articulate it well. And so by having somebody that's asking them all these great questions and really kind of creating some spreadsheets, as Sue said, timelines and numbers and things like that, they can really start to see the vision coming together. Mm-hmm. And so that's kind of, in the architectural, phases, that's like that schematic, programming and schematic design phase. And then you can go from there once you have this kind of term sheet, so to speak, worked out. Then you can go out there to your various specialty engineers, like your financial planner, like a CPA, like an attorney, and start asking them questions to start to put some more meat on that bone and meat on that plan. So yeah, I love your answer. That was awesome. So the next question, I put these in an order from easiest to hardest. So that was the easy one, Sue. I just want you to be totally aware that was the easy one. So there's 3, right? So it's like bronze. Okay, the silver one is this.